And Steven Gerrard is starting life as the new manager of Al-Ettifaq. The England under-21s manager Ian Foster has left the Football Association to work as the assistant manager to Steven Gerrard in Saudi Arabia. He's a mate of yours, Steven Gerrard. He's said he's trying to create a family feel for the club. What are his aims and ambitions?
Well, I think he would rather be working than sat on his hands at home. I don't think he's had an opportunity here to take because when he first turned down the job, I thought that probably
there was something else tickling under.
Yeah, and he's not daft. He knows that it's more beneficial to do well in a, if it's a championship club, getting them promoted to the Premier League is better for your CV than going out there. But it's actually, if that opportunity didn't materialise, then he's better working somewhere and honing his craft than not at all. And when you take a job on, whether it be more for money or more for the footballing aspect, whatever you want to think about that, knowing him the way I do, he'll want to succeed and do well. So there will be question marks, of course, or people, not question marks, but there will be people talking about the reasons why he's gone there and that he shouldn't have done this and should do that. But he's taken it, which a lot of people would, and he'll do the best he can. He'll give it his all.
I have a sly little look in Crook's direction because he was sitting around earlier saying he's only gone for the money. He should just come out and say it.
Well, he's not going to. He wouldn't go there for free, would he?
Is this an admission that his career as a top manager is already over?
I don't think he would admit that. I don't think he would believe that. I think you could argue that it's, what's the word? Not a side. It's a break, isn't it, from his journey, if you like. He will see it as part of the journey because he's working and learning. But I think in terms of progression and moving forward and gaining more valuable experiences to then become a top manager again, if he wants to do that, he's kind of put it on hold.
Yeah.
Because whether he succeeds there,
nobody cares.
No. And whether he fails there, I don't think anybody cares.
At this moment in time, we don't know what's going to happen in the future.
That's true. That's true. But I think I don't think it puts to bed his managerial career at the top level. I think it halts his journey to get there again. Because to get there again, he's got to drop back, hasn't he? He's got to drop back.
Yeah, but I think he would have gotten a job in the Championship eventually. But clearly that wouldn't have been as lucrative as moving to Saudi Arabia.
That is exactly the conversation that we had last week.
Yeah.
I don't want to repeat the conversation that we had last week because Danny and I said exactly the same thing about the possibility of being patient, waiting till Christmas time. We know what the average tenure of a manager in the Championship is. Something was going to come up at some time.
Even the under-21 job, possibly at England level.
He felt. I think Ashley Cole will get that if Carsley moves on. But we're still not any of the wiser as to whether or not he's going to or not.
Funnily enough, the lad he's taken from
Ian Foster.
Yeah, I actually played with him.
Did you?
Yeah, when we were kids. I think it was county level, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I was looking at his. I thought I know that name. It's amazing, isn't it? Years go by, don't know what someone's
Small
doing,
world football.
And then
What about the
centre
possibility
forward he was
of bringing other players that he knows well to the club because
Coutinho will go there, wouldn't he?
Coutinho's one of them. Jordan Henderson's been linked, and I saw Jordan Henderson this week getting ready for the new season. He looked like a Greco-Roman god.
He's got too much pride, Jordan Henderson, to go to Saudi Arabia.
No, don't agree with that. I think he's got too much ambition to stay in Liverpool and win more things because he's still super fit, super valuable, still be in my first 11, Liverpool.
Could see him at Brighton eventually.
Who, Jordan Henderson?
Yeah, obviously
I think
Lallana convinced Milner to go there. Lallana and Henderson very close.
Hold on a second. That sounds like Brighton's becoming some sort of retirement home for ex-Liverpool players. I don't think it's anywhere
near
like
Milner's
that.
going to play at Brighton?
I think he's fit enough, isn't he?
So if they lose Caicedo and McAllister, you think Milner's a good replacement for one of those two?
I think he brings experience, European experience, and of course they're playing in Europe for the first time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They do need a bigger squad. You're right, but going back to Henderson, I think 2 years' time, even a year, 2 years, if he feels that he's not,
he wants to play in the England squad next year at the European Championships.
That's my point. So in a year or two's time, if he wants to go Saudi, he'll still be there.
Yeah.
But will Gerrard be there in 2 years?
It wouldn't matter. Henderson's profile's big enough for him to get a move there.
Well,
anyway.
he signed a 3-year deal, and as you've already alluded to, because you were listening to our programme last week, you now know the fact that you have to stay there for 2 years to get your money tax-free.
Benefits, yeah.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.